If you want to draw something, you absolutely can.
I mean,
but good morning, gamers. That was the proper intro, right?
Good morning, gamers.
Yeah, sure.
It appears as if we have a lot of Nintendo topics, so I can only assume that saying good
possibly
morning,
maybe
gamers
yes
is the way to go. But welcome to episode 10, and it's actually Logan's first official
Let's go.
episode. which is friggin' awesome,
Cobalt
dude.
blue is still not a good color.
I
It's
I
a great
agree,
color.
it's still not, but
It-
you know
it's
he's
not the
here.
greatest.
It's
There are
not
better
our
colors.
least favorite. It's moved up a spot, but it's
Oh.
still not good.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
take it. It's progress, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, anything's better than least favorite, right?
That's true.
So
That's true.
positivity. So I'm positive I want Dan to go first today.
I want
so-
to go first.
Okay.
Yes, I'm super.
I love this topic. This
All
is
right.
this one took a lot of thought. Okay.
All right, let's hear it, man.
Tim's
Alright.
here too.
Oh yeah, Tim's here. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Tim.
I didn't
Tim.
say anything.
Sorry.
Oh, I
We
just
love
thought it was
you,
a
Tim.
given.
We kind of passed over you.
Oops, my phone is turned up.
Well, I'm
Professionals
turning
here,
it
guys.
Ooh,
Okay.
turn up.
Turn down.
Alrighty.
Turned down for what?
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah,
we're
we
good.
are- we are
Okay,
ready.
And
get us with it,
action.
Dan.
All right. My topic is, since we're going with the Nintendo theme a little bit today, your top 10 favorite non-legendary, non-mythical Pokemon of all time.
Now I gotta ask because I feel like 10 is a lot. Could we make it down to 5? I
no,
have 10.
we're going 10.
Okay, I have.
You know
10,
how many
but,
Pokemon there are? How many gens there are?
800.
A lot.
Logan, what's the exact number? It's 800 and what?
So 10 is too
I
much.
think it's in the 900s.
Is it 900 now?
I think it's
Alexa, how many different Pokemon are there?
958.
There are 890 Pokemon.
I just
Oh,
randomly
not
gave
quite.
one.
Suck it.
Not
Crap.
quite.
Pikachu talk skill.
No.
There's a lot. So 10 is not that much.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would love to start if that's all right with
Yeah,
you
go
guys.
ahead.
Go ahead.
And I have 12. So
Okay. We're doing top 10, but I have 12.
I have top 10, and then I have 2 honorable mentions that are just really cool that I want to mention quick.
Okay, can I just point out though, super quick, now that we're officially on the way, it's our 10th episode. This is episode Nintendo.
Moving on.
We all decided as a group we had to wait until after you said your topic, so you can't change it. So we're on this now.
I wouldn't change my topic. It's a good topic. All right, yeah. So honorable mention number 1 is my only non-Gen 1 or 2 Pokemon,
I like it.
and it is Galarian Corsola. If you know what that is.
Yes.
I actually have one of those cards out to get graded, I think.
Or Cursula, the is the evolution, but it is a normal Corsola, if you remember that, you know, the coral Pokemon, but it's a ghost type, and it's like bleach white, which is dead coral, the actual color of dead coral. So I just really like the design. I think it's a well thought out Pokemon. So I just want to throw that one in there.
Great one.
And the other honorable mention is actually Snorunt.
Dude,
because
Snorunt's a cool one. I
It's
like
such
him.
a well-designed Pokemon. The little, I don't know, Eskimo-looking coat and hat dude with his, like, chittering teeth, and he shakes like he's cold, and he's a pure ice Pokemon,
Yeah.
and his shiny is even blue. Like, it works so well. It's
Yeah,
just,
it's
just
really cool.
really, really good, but, okay. Those are just honorable mentions. Going on to 10 is actually Duskull, because I think it is just super well designed, like attractive looking Pokemon, ghost Pokemon. It's really cool. The floating yet kind of singular or symmetrical with the skull and the one lantern eye in the background. It's just really cool.
Super nice.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
like it a lot.
I feel like that's going to be on Logan's list. I know for a fact Logan's going to have basically all 10 as ghost type.
Ghost is my favorite type of Pokemon. So.
Hey, a man of culture, I see.
Yes. Going down to number 9 is actually Houndoom. I like the dual type Pokemon that are kind of like the types that you don't usually see together. Like so, Dark and Fire is really cool, and I don't know the devil demon dog type thing is pretty awesome.
I actually have one of those sitting right over here.
Yeah, I liked it ever since was it Gold version Elite Four, right? So that was one of the Pokemon you had to fight in there. So.
Yeah.
8 is Gardevoir.
I love that one as well.
It's really cool.
I love it, man.
It's just
so good.
Aesthetically pleasing looking Pokemon. Pure Psychic. Really cool. I like Ralts too.
Yep.
It's a little bit on the rare side.
See, he's actually so that would be on my list.
Mhm.
But when we get to mine, there's a lot that I left off because I felt like other people would have them on there.
Sure.
And so we'll talk about as many as we can. So
Yeah.
that was actually I would have put them in there, but I also didn't want 2 stages from one Pokemon. I didn't like Charmander and Charizard. I didn't want to do
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
So I left those off, I guess. But that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I typically think of like my favorite Pokemon, I kind of incorporate the whole line anyway. Like,
to an extent, I think about it, but it's usually, it's usually the final evolution for the most part.
Let's be real, yeah.
Except for, like I said, Duskull. I like the original Duskull way better than like Dust Noir or whatever. What are you laughing about, Jordan?
I just got a picture of Trubbish sent to me.
Well, that's a bunch of rubbish right there.
Trubbish is underrated.
But number 7, moving on, is Umbreon.
Okay.
Beautiful shiny.
It is really, really nice.
It is really nice.
That's for another topic, though.
That is.
But I like the evolutions. It's just kind of cool with different type for each evolution, and the dark is really awesome. So I'm a big fan of that. Number 6 is Scizor. The Steel Bug, like I said, the kind of dual type that's interesting like that. I like that a lot. It's a BA looking Pokemon.
Oh, super nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic shiny, amazing Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
It's really cool, but I like that one a lot. And number 5 is actually Charizard.
Only number 5.
Yeah, it's pretty low. People probably like, what are you doing? But I don't know.
It's my number 1.
I
It's okay.
figured
It's
as
actually
much.
We
my
already
top
know it.
10.
We
I
already
figured
know.
as much,
So-
Jordan. But need I explain more, Charizard? But my 4 is actually for Alligator.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a water starter guy usually.
Yeah.
It's what I started with all the time, and Gold may be my favorite game, and Feraligatr was my boy. 3 is Blastoise. I started blue version. Blastoise was my favorite Pokemon for a very long time, at least the one that I could get and stuff. He's just super powerful tank pure water Pokemon. So
Yeah.
and number 2 is Gyarados, which I've always liked starting with this crap fish Pokemon.
Now, is it
And
number 2?
becoming awesome.
Dan, it's pronounced carp.
Fish Pokemon.
I gotta ask, is it number 2 on its blue variant or the shiny that you get right away in gold?
This
silver?
is just
That's just-
general.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
This is general. I'm not like this isn't specifically because shinies. That's
Yeah, I
actually
think
another topic
that's
of
yeah.
mine.
I think
Okay.
that's another topic.
That's another topic of mine.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Gyarados just. Oh, it's weird. It's a flying Pokemon, but
Yeah, and
it's so strange.
it's weird.
But it's got a water, flying, dragon, dark moves. It's all kind of cool. But and number 1, it's kind of a tie, but it's really they come from the same evolution anyway. It's Gengar.
Dude,
And-
Gengar's so dope.
Gengar's awesome.
I love
I
Gengar.
like Haunter's like aesthetic better. I think it's just a sweet looking Pokemon.
Oh,
But I
absolutely.
like
Yes.
Gengar better as
Absolutely,
a Pokemon,
yes.
obviously. Ever since first seeing it in the original anime,
Yep.
Yes.
and it was just badass. It was awesome.
But yeah.
So
100% agreed.
I'm a ghost Pokemon type guy.
Same.
So Gengar's my
Say
number
that.
1 for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely Logan as well.
Yes, that is my favorite.
that is my
Pokemon.
list.
So, all right, Weston.
That's actually a really solid list.
it is
And
a very solid
there's a
list.
few. So like one of mine was going to be Totodile, but I was like, someone is gonna bring up something from that line. So I, you
For
know,
Alligator.
I like
Yeah.
My boy.
I think personally, I think Gen 2 has some of the weaker starters, but I still think they're great. Like, I think
And it's okay, you're wrong.
All right. All right. On that note, so first off, I want to clarify something. I have 2 of mine are pseudo legendaries. Is that acceptable,
Yes,
or are we
yes.
cutting those? If not, I have backups.
I have.
I
no
mean,
Yeah,
I
so
know your
that's
number
fine.
1's Arcanine anyway, so
It's true.
Arcan is not pseudo though.
he is actually.
He is because,
I told
but
you.
they took it away.
Well, pseudo legendary. They have to
when
have
they
a,
originally made it, Arcanine was actually a legendary.
yeah, but now he's not because he's
Yeah, they
not. His
completely
base
took it
stat
away,
total is
so-
not 600.
that's why he's a pseudo legendary.
Delusions of grandeur, okay?
not completely incorrect, but we all know that's going to be my number 1. But details.
It's a
So-
great choice.
It is. All right, so my number 10 is actually your number 1, Gengar. I love him. He's one of my.
He might be on all of our lists.
I mean,
Gengar's
you gotta love
fantastic.
Gengar. He's got great moves all around. He looks great. His backlog, like how they describe him in the Pokedex, phenomenal.
Yep.
I mean, love him. 8 and 9 are actually the pseudo legendaries. So the number 9 is Komo. I just think he looks really cool and think he's just really a fun Pokemon. If like playing through his evolutions
Yes.
and all that, really cool.
Yes, I do like that.
You
one.
know?
I actually can't think of what one that
It's
even is.
you've probably never seen it. It's Gen 7's pseudo.
Okay, yeah, I've never played
So-
Gen 7.
It's like a Komodo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we'll show it
But
to you.
I love the aesthetic of it. I
Mhm.
love. I don't know. It's just the design appeals to me. You know. So that's one of them that I just chose mostly for the design, but it's also fun to play. 8 for me is Tyranitar.
That
So-
nearly made my list.
So I don't know. There's something about it. I love playing with him. Like he makes my final team as soon as I get him in each game that I play with him.
Tyranitar is a boss.
He is pretty
really
good.
is.
He
I
is
agree.
He's
good.
powerful. He's effective, and he looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving up. Okay, you had Blastoise. I actually prefer the aesthetic of Wartortle myself. In my opinion, think he looks cooler, but I love the entire evolutionary line. Like you, I'm a water type starter, so I don't know. Wartortle was my boy back in the day. Like I went to Blastoise, but I liked the aesthetic or the appearance of Wartortle better.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah.
But I also approve of Blastoise because he eventually became Blastoise because I wanted those moves. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Going above that, I chose this one because I also love all of the evolutions come from it. Eevee.
Okay.
Like the way that it has so much versatility and
Yep.
so level. Plus,
Yep.
Eevee in and of itself is so adorable.
Dude, it's so cute, isn't it?
It is awesome.
It is such an adorable Pokemon. Let's be real.
Immediately
We
evolve
need a
that
ghost
thing.
type evolution. I'm just saying this right now.
I want a steel type one too.
That'd be dope.
I know, right? And then the sheer variety of what you can get from it,
Mm-hmm.
so cool. And
Yep.
yeah, you see like evolve it right away, but everybody underestimates the power of Eevee because of what you can get from it. But
Yeah.
details. So Eevee is my number 6. My number 5 is Gyarados. I'm pretty sure a lot of people love Gyarados.
Mhm.
I mean, like you said, he comes from the incredibly weak and pathetic, useless Magikarp. So, I
Yo,
mean,
I
Great
almost thought he
Pokemon.
was describing me at first.
no.
He's catching on.
Okay, up to 4.
Yes.
I love Alakazam.
That's a good one.
I
like
really
Alakazam a
love
lot.
Alakazam. His moveset, his appearance, everything,
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Scyther. Kind of like you're a Scizor, but Scyther.
Yeah, I like Scyther.
And I mean, I love Scizor, but I think I kind of just bundled them both together as Scyther. Because
Okay.
I think I like Scyther just a little
Yeah.
better, but I do enjoy
That's another
Scizor.
one that I was seriously debating putting on my list.
Mm-hmm. Scyther's cool.
Yeah.
Scyther's one of those that whenever I play the original games, I always get one. I don't think I've played a game where I didn't get one. So, and I hunt Scyther down. My number 2, Ninetales.
Okay.
I love it.
I mean, yeah, that's a good
Ninetales
choice.
is cool.
I love the lore. I love the appearance. I love like what it's based on, etc.
I like the Alolan version.
That's
Mhm.
pretty
The
cool.
ice.
Yes, I
That one's
love
actually really
Ice
cool.
It
Fairy.
is really cool. And then you all know my number 1, Arcanine.
course.
It's just always been my favorite. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Solid list.
So
Solid
that's
list.
my list.
That's
So-
a solid list.
Well, of course. I mean, you know me. What do you expect?
There you go. Alrighty.
Just saying.
Yeah, no,
All
it's
right.
really good.
So, mine.
The most generic Pokemon top 10 ever. Here we go.
Let's see it.
Yeah, I'm ready
Okay.
for it. Pikachu,
We were
number
expecting
1.
This.
And here
No,
goes
it's
Dan's
gonna
roast.
be Dragonite's number 1.
No.
Charizard,
Dragonite's number
and then
2.
Dragonite.
Snorlax.
Okay, so
Charizard.
there's so many that I wanted to put on this list, okay? But I either knew that you guys were going to do it, and so I was like, you know what, let's try to mix this up and get a variety, because I wanted Ralts, I wanted Totodile, I wanted Scyther, like they're all great.
I asked for your favorite.
I
Yeah.
know.
We asked for your faverites. Come on.
Just
I have the
go,
Dan
go
dumb
through your
tracker
list.
ready.
Just go through your list. We're
Because I
fine.
feel like Dan's going to call some of these dumb.
No, it's all right. To each their own. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, so a number 10 was going to be a tie between Pikachu or Eevee, because, I mean, they're both super cute.
Yeah, that's
you know,
dumb.
Okay, sir.
Eevee, okay. If you throw a Pikachu on your top 10 list, I think you're just
Yeah.
a loser.
Well, just because it's like the most recognizable. It's the
Yeah.
one that, anyone
So we don't
knows.
need to see it.
It's also the one that most people call Pokemon because they just think it's that.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, we'll-
that's Pikachu. Everybody knows Pikachu.
Okay, so we can replace it with Totodile then, just to help you.
Sure, yeah, you're good, man.
Okay, number 9 is Lapras.
Okay,
Okay,
No one's
I can
brought
I like
remember
Lapras
that
up
Lapras.
one.
yet.
I like
Lapras
I
is
really like
cool.
Lapras. Number 8 I picked because it's like one of the derpiest looking things, and it's from the new game, so I'm not sure if you're gonna be familiar, but Flapple.
I don't know what Flapple is.
That
He
name
is-
alone.
That's
he
a cool
is
one.
so derpy.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a really cool concept.
You would pick derby Pokemon.
He is a dragon type.
Yeah.
Did you pick Drampa too?
It's
No.
Is he the one that looks like an apple pie?
Yeah, no,
No,
that's
that's
Appleton.
Appleton.
That's
Oh, that's
split
Appleton.
That's
evolution.
Which one
Appleton.
was-
This is
That's-
Flapple.
Okay.
He is just so derpy looking.
Yeah, he's
He is
basically
a-
evolves
I
from
see
an
it.
apple, like a worm inside of an apple. That's
Yeah,
the
That's fair.
Pokemon.
And he's a dragon type, which I just think is
Interesting.
kind of cool.
Everyone
is it
everyone
grass
tries to zoom
dragon
in
or
their
just
Grass
stream.
dragon, yeah,
Grass
grass
dragon,
dragon
yeah.
type.
Which is kind of cool.
Very cool. I prefer Appleton, but they're both really cool.
See, I think I like Flapple because of how derpy that
Mhm.
one card is in
I love
Battle
the shiny
Styles,
too
and
because it's a green apple.
yeah,
like a
the
Granny
shiny's
Smith
a
apple.
green apple. It's
That's
so
funny.
stupid, and I love it.
This one's a red delicious.
Number 7 is also from the new game from Sword and Shield, Dragapult, because it's Ghost,
I know what Dragapult
Ghost
is.
Dragon. It is so cool.
It's
like Ghost.
It's also such a dumb design Pokemon.
It is really
It's so
poorly designed.
stupid.
It's yeah.
I
Let's be
like it
real.
though. I like it. Number 6, I have Metagross.
Metagross is
Metagross.
nearly
Is
made it on my
amazing.
list too. Metagross is
Top
awesome.
10
Um,
shinies too.
Number 5, Salamence.
Salamence
Okay.
is good.
Love
I like
him.
Salamence
Really
a
good.
lot.
I
Not
like how
bad.
you guys were like, oh, the most generic top 10 ever. Okay, you know.
I mean,
I mean, they're good
They're
Pokemon.
still-
You still
somewhat
got
generic.
you guys still got room.
Number 4, because he's derpy, Shuckle.
I saw that one coming.
I kind of saw that one coming
Yeah.
I
as
did see
well.
that one coming.
That's just
Shuckle
on
is
my list.
Shuckle is great though.
Shuckle's
Yeah.
awesome.
I
mean,
remember when
he's
Pogo was
got
big
super
and
high
we
special
hated the
defense.
Espadrille River Pokestop because it was a Shuckle spawn.
That's funny. That reminds me of like the college. I think there's a college humor video,
Do you have a shiny?
and
at
it's talking
Pokemon
about
Go?
shiny Pokemon, and it's shiny It's like this Shuckle, and he's like, "Haha, I'm a shiny Shuckle," and it's just he's got a paint bucket next to him. It's blue. He's like, "Come get your shiny Shuckle." I'll have to show it to you guys later.
Yeah, because I have a blue shell shiny Shuckle in Pokemon Sword, and he's just
Yeah.
Was
the
it full
cutest.
odds? Is that one of the ones you have? Full
No,
odds?
that was I went egg for
Gotcha.
that. Number 3,
Agreed, Lily.
Arcanine.
I
Okay.
approve
Because
of it.
Arcanine
Okay.
is fantastic. I just love everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Dragonite, because it is
Big
Big
surprise.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Big Oof. I mean, come on, man. His nickname's Big Oof. You gotta respect it.
hold
And
It's
hold
shiny.
on, did
Looks
she
like a
say
zombie.
Screw Shuckle?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Charizard.
Love you too. Okay. And then number 1,
Drum roll.
Charizard.
Big
Ah.
surprise.
Okay, I have a reason.
Surprise.
though. I have a very specific
I
reason.
mean, Charizard's a great Pokemon. Don't get me wrong.
He's awesome, but here's why. Okay, so my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Red. Who's on that? Charizard. He was my starter. Was
Mine was
Charmander.
blue. Blastoise.
Yeah.
See, so he was my first starter, the first one I ever got to full evolution, and then he was the first Pokemon I ever had to hit level 100. So
Blastoise.
he's always had, more of like a sentimental thing, I guess. Like it's like, oh yeah, that was my first one that I ever had,
Mm-hmm.
and I like it.
That works.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
get
I
it.
get it.
I respect
So
it.
that's why he's my number 1.
I respect it.
I get it.
It's understandable.
All right. So the last one here, mine. I don't have a single pseudo legendary. One's debatable, but all right. So number 10 is Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur itself, not
Okay.
its evolution. I don't know why
For what reason?
I've
I mean,
always
it's
thought of
Gen 1
Bulbasaur
cool
as a
starter,
really
but-
cool design. Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
and it's just super classic. And I typically don't go with like stage 1 Pokemon like as my favorite, but I think Ivysaur's better than Venusaur design wise. Like, I'm not a huge Venusaur. I mean, I love Venusaur obviously. It's my favorite Gen 1 starter, but like I think Ivysaur's a little bit better.
I think in general the grass starters are always kind of a letdown.
But really, I've actually
Okay, Gen 3
For a while,
we'll
they
see.
have been a letdown.
Trico's awesome, dude.
Trico's awesome.
I love
that one
Trico.
is kind of debatable.
I love Trico.
But
okay, anyways.
so the
It's
next
got a cool
one
shiny.
is an insanely cool Pokemon, Rotom.
Rotom.
Okay.
Okay.
Love that Pokemon.
Specific version.
I love it in general. Just the whole concept of it of being just this ghost electric
The
type
lawnmower.
that can go into the different appliances.
yeah.
It can become any of like washing machine, fridge, stuff like that. It's
Microwave?
really cool.
Right?
I think
Is
that's-
microwave
that's-
one? Yeah.
Yeah, and so just the concept of it's really cool. I love ghost types,
Mhm.
and I love how it's kind of become this like companion Pokemon throughout the newest games, which is pretty cool.
Because he's the only one that you could take out and actually have him like do your chores.
But number 8 is Lycanroc, specifically Dusk
Okay.
form.
Okay.
I like all 3 of them, but Dusk form is my favorite, especially the shiny, that blue, that cobalt blue.
Shut up.
is really cool. I don't know why I've always liked it. Ever since Gen 7 came out, I just really attached myself to that Pokemon. It's really just a cool one to use. I think I've used it on every Gen 7 playthrough I've done. So, another Gen 7 Pokemon that I love is a Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is cool.
Really cool Pokemon.
Mimikyu's
Design-wise, just conceptually, it's a cool Pokemon. It's like something that was hated and then became something everybody loves, and put this like Pikachu mascot or like costume on. It's really cool. So, number 6 is Flygon. This is the one.
I knew that one would be on your
This is the
list.
one debatable. I don't classify
It's
it
not
as
a
pseudo. No, it's not pseudo.
legendary.
Just I love Flygon.
This is a mud dragon.
It's super cool.
Dude, Flygon's awesome. He was another one that was going to be on my list.
Yeah.
Especially like the shiny form.
Yes,
It's
A lot of
so
shiny
people like
Flygon.
Flygon.
Yes,
The shiny form is so cool.
yes, Flygon is awesome. Number 5 is Absol. I
Absol's
really,
really cool.
really
Yeah.
love Absol.
That
Yeah.
one was one that didn't quite make my list, but was
yes,
on there.
Absol is super cool.
That's
I
a
love.
really underrated.
Yes,
is.
it really
It
is.
is.
I love
For
his Mega form
His
too.
Mega form is really cool.
His
I don't think
Mega
I've
form
seen
is
the
really
Mega
sick.
form, actually.
It gets like wings.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Okay.
So
it's actually pretty cool.
yeah,
Nice.
Absol, just a cool design. I love the lore of it. Like it comes in with like disasters are about to happen. Like it's really cool. Number 4 is Gliscor. I
Okay.
really like Gliscor a lot. I'm planning on using him on my Brilliant Diamond team when that comes out later this year.
Which me and you are going to play a lot of on
Yes, yes, 100%.
I'll actually get that game.
Yeah, it's just really cool. It's such a good evolution for Gligar. A much needed evolution for Gligar because he's not very good on his own. But the evolution really does
I
a
like
lot
the
for
shiny actually.
it. Yes, it's a really cool
It's
shiny. So
Not
And I love-
crazy, but it's actually pretty cool.
I love Ashes in the anime too. It's a cool character in the anime. So number 3 is Gengar. I think
As
we've
it
talked,
should be.
we've talked enough about him, so I don't need to say
Shiny
too much.
Mega
But
Evolution
yes.
White.
I will say though, my one gripe with Gengar is they need to make his shiny form his like Mega shiny color and his G-Max shiny
Oh
color.
yeah, if you
That-
notice, like on my whole list, like the shinies like aren't special for the most part.
Yeah,
So when we talk about
Yeah.
that, it'll be totally different.
Yeah,
See,
I just think-
shiny Charizard, coolest one.
yeah. I just think
It's a cool one.
I just
love it.
think
I don't know.
it should
It
be
won't
the
be my
white
number
color.
one, but it'll probably be on my list.
Number 2 is Dusknoir.
Okay.
I really like Dusknoir.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think it's just a really cool design, and
I prefer actually Duskull over it, but
Mhm.
Dusknoir is
and
pretty
then
cool.
my number 1 is Decidueye.
Really?
Yes, I was very he's grown on me a lot the past few years. When I saw the leaks for the Gen 7 starters, I was like, if this is real, like this is awesome. Like an archer owl that's ghost type, like that's super cool.
You know
And
what's
so
really funny is about you is you always say that Gen 7 is your least favorite.
yeah,
But yet, how many of
Shows
your
quite
top
a
10
few.
Pokemon are?
But no, I
Gen
really
7?
I say that because the games themselves aren't great in my opinion. The region is cool. I like the aesthetic of it, but there's a lot of gripes I have with just Gen 7 games as a whole. But they got some really cool Pokemon. And that line is one of them. It's just such a cool, and like I said, Ghost type's my favorite type, and you get to start with a Ghost type, like that's cool,
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah,
is pretty
that is
awesome
pretty awesome.
So
for sure. See, I haven't ever played Sun and Moon, so I mean
Yeah.
for me,
Me either.
it's just
there's really nothing in those that are.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
Once I stopped being able to play them all like on my Game Boy Advance, like I never got the
See,
next version of Game Boy, so it just
You know what's
stopped
funny?
there. You know.
Is I'm the same way, and I have Pokemon Black on the DS, but I've never actually played it. I cheated my way through
Yeah,
it, so
he
I could
cheated.
actually send Pokemon up. But my favorite one ever
What a
is
loser.
probably Soul
he
Silver.
he did a wall hack
You-
glitch.
Soul Silver?
This is no.
It wasn't even a
isn't
glitch; it was an action replay. I
Yeah,
just
he
straight up
wall
I straight
hacked
up
and
just
then
broke
walked
it.
all the way up to Elite Four and did it.
and then walked through the
Yeah,
final
so
door.
dumb.
I didn't even do a battle.
No.
Yeah, I
So.
started Blue, went to Gold, and then I played Crystal. Crystal might be my favorite.
Crystal's a great one. We used to have Crystal, and then my brother left his Game Boy out in the rain one day,
Oh.
and
Mistakes
Dang.
were
the,
made.
the Game Boy still works, but the game that was inside does not.
Dang
so
it.
we had to throw that away.
Yeah, so
Crystal
It was so
great.
sad.
So.
I never played Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, so I'm gonna be.
Yes,
Interesting to
they're
have
really
with
good,
those.
especially if they fix some of the gripes I have with it, like the speed. That's a big gripe of Gen 4 in general. Is it's super slow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Perfect
if
for
they fix,
streaming.
if they speed it up a little bit, then it'll be great.
Yeah.
Gen 4 is great.
You know what's funny is I know I played Pearl, but I don't remember it. Like I remember very few things.
Like I played Emerald for a little bit, but I don't remember much about it.
Emerald's great.
Emerald's awesome.
But like the underground, the tunnel system.
Yes, that's
that
gonna
was
be cool.
in Diamond and Pearl.
That's gonna be really
I
cool
think
fusion.
now they have online. I can't wait for that.
So that's gonna be super
They had online bet for that back then, but no one used
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
anymore,
it
so you
wasn't
couldn't do anything with it.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
Well, it's been 25 minutes on this, so do you think we should?
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
hit the
know.
next
We
one.
can
I
talk
mean,
about
yeah,
Pokemon for a long time.
Oh, I know.
so-
We all
Yeah,
could.
I
That's
could-
why I'm saying, like, let's just, we're starting to kind of rabbit trail off what the topic was supposed
Yeah.
to be.
But
So
That's all right.
we'll move on to topic number 2, Mr. Weston. What do you got?
Okay, I mean, I can go next. For my topic, I was going to discuss your guys' thoughts on the new Nintendo OLED
I like it.
Switch.
What a joke.
And
like
whether or
it.
not it's a worthy upgrade or if people, like, what your guys' thoughts are on it in general, etc. Okay? In my opinion, like, I look at it, I looked at this, like, the statistics on it. You got a larger screen. It's going to have better brights. It's going to have better angle resolutions, etc.
Yep.
To an extent. The resolution itself, though, isn't better. It's still 720p in handheld and 1080p in dock,
Yeah.
which I personally found as a letdown. I mean, this was an opportunity they could have taken and improved it. Battery life isn't any better than the second model Switch, if you will.
No,
They did
yeah.
a
Yeah.
small
Yep, the
upgrade.
revision. Yep.
So I can't really say too much on that. They've added the LAN port on the dock.
Yep. That's a good
that
improvement.
was a good improvement, but it's like very little, very late
Yeah.
on that one.
Side note, you can actually buy the dock separately.
Yeah.
So if you want to upgrade just your dock, you can do that.
See, and
We
I might actually
for
see
those
that.
who are like me, we already have the USB plug that goes
Mm-hmm.
over to the LAN port.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that for how long now?
Yeah.
So I
don't
mean,
have
is
that.
it really worthwhile for those of us who already have
Yeah.
a workaround figured out? But otherwise, you get more base storage in there. They've increased from 32 gigabytes to 64 gigabytes of internal storage. So that's going to be an improvement.
Yes.
How it wasn't that already is mind-boggling.
Yeah, I know that blows my
I
mind.
completely agree.
Blows my mind.
And at this point, is it even really a worthwhile improvement? Because you can already get SD cards that have hundreds of gigabytes on there
Yeah.
for not much. I know I already have one with like 250 gigs that I
think
got for like
mine's-
$30.
Mine's about
that.
like that too. I don't
Yeah.
remember the exact amount of storage.
SD
I have,
cards
but
are
It's
super
about
cheap.
that.
So, I mean, they really waste an opportunity to give a real internal storage at this point, in my opinion. I don't know, I feel like they've just done so little, so late. I'm not sure if it's really a worthwhile release.
See,
if
and
that
I-
makes sense.
I actually have a few thoughts on this, and I like it.
I'm
and
not saying
here-
it's bad. I mean, for
well,
people
no.
who are just coming in and don't have a Switch yet,
Dan said it was stupid when you first brought
It's
it
a
up. So
freaking joke.
yeah, okay. So here, let me kind of just lay out, I think, why I don't mind it. Okay, so for someone like me, I'm probably not gonna get it because 90% of the time my Switch is docked. I never play it outside of the docking station because I stream stuff on it, so it's just there, right? Right now it's not because I took it to Georgia.
I was gonna say it's not there right now.
Yeah, I took it to Georgia, so it's still in the case. I haven't put it back. But anyways, for those people though that let's say they don't have a Switch yet, because I mean the only reason why people don't like it is because of all the rumors of a Switch Pro. If it weren't for the rumors of a
Yes.
Switch Pro coming out and they weren't expecting a whole new console, this would be a super welcome upgrade
That-
for everybody.
That is my biggest complaint with it
The
too.
problem is it's the rumors and the speculation of other stuff that have come up, and then they don't like it because of that.
Yeah, and that's completely my issue with it too. Is like I don't mind it as well. Like I think, it's whatever. I think it's just an upgrade to the base console, and I think that's what we need to look at it as. I've also seen it being kind of looked at as like a Switch Lite Pro, because it is a more handheld experience. You get that OLED screen, a little bit bigger. The kickstand's better, stuff like that. So it does treat itself more like a Lite Pro if
Yeah.
you want to look at it that way.
Yeah.
But I think it's it's just not something to get upset about. Like it's just another option. Nintendo didn't promise the Pro,
No.
and they've said that from day one. Like they're not planning on doing a Pro. But then these leaks and these things coming out about it got people hyped, and YouTubers reporting on it, saying, "Oh, this is gonna happen," and then it came out, and everybody's mad. And then these YouTubers now are like, "Oh, this is stupid." And it's like, well,
You're the
reason
one
why-
that started that
yeah,
rumor.
we are at this point that so much hate is coming from it because you guys made the rumors appear like they were real and say that they were real instead of being, oh, this could be fake, you know?
I was
And
going to say
so-
we should start a rumor.
Switch Pro is going to come out next year.
No, shut up. We're not
and
that.
it's going to
We're
be
not stooping to that.
16K compatible
But I just,
Shut it,
I
Jordan.
think-
in handheld.
my biggest thing is
You're actually going to be
People try to-
competitive with the other consoles.
this one. I think the biggest thing for me is like, you got to look at Nintendo differently as a company, right? Like they don't play the same game that Xbox and Sony does, and we can't expect them to because they don't. Their marketing and the way they run their company is so much different. They don't care about visuals. They don't care about getting 4K.
That's abundantly clear.
And it's like, but we look at and they still pull out some of the best games ever, you know, and like they have some of the biggest
Debatable.
IPs out there,
Yeah.
and so I think we got to stop kind of putting Nintendo in that same category. I think that would save a lot of this, you know, hate and stuff that Nintendo.
Why would you not, though?
Now-
They're one of the big three main consoles. They have to be in that category.
But they're so different.
They are really different. But like going back to what I was saying though, for those people, because like we kind of went off on there was a fork and we went on one path. Let's go down the other super quick. So those people that don't have a Switch, you know, this is perfect. You know, because it's not like they're saying, hey, you know, we're replacing the console completely. They're saying, hey, if you haven't bought one yet and you want to, here is a better version.
Yeah.
For like you get a
50
better
bucks more.
screen
50
for
bucks
50
more.
bucks
Yeah.
more, which you're going to spend on an SD card anyways. And plus you get the better kickstand, you get the better
Well,
screen.
for that
You-
50 bucks on an SD
Okay.
card, you're
You're
getting
getting
more than
way
just
more.
No,
102
Yeah.
gigabytes.
I know, but just hear me out. You know, you're getting more storage, you're getting the way better screen, which if you plan on taking it places and you plan on using it in handheld mode, why wouldn't you? Like if that's going to be, even if it's 50-50, an extra 50 bucks for an OLED, heck yeah, it's significantly better.
Yeah.
So personally, I like it. I'm not going to get one. I have no need to because like I said, 99% of the time it's sitting right there anyways. Just if I'm playing it, it's docked.
Yeah.
So for me, not a huge difference, but
Yeah.
for anyone that takes it out, you know, let's say that, you know, I don't know, let's say that like someone's wife wants to watch TV, they want to play something, you know, now they're not stuck with a crappy screen. Like they actually have a nice OLED. You know, you can sit on the couch, you can play it while someone's using the TV.
Well, their old screen wasn't that crappy. To
Yeah, no,
begin
it's
with.
good.
Okay, it wasn't
Is it
terrible.
that much of
good.
a difference, though? Like,
Oh, it will be a huge difference.
I think
OLEDs are significantly better.
A
Yeah, I've heard,
huge difference.
the hands-on first hand-on experiences with it for like IGN and stuff have said it's comparable to the Game Boy SP, like that difference in, like the AGS 101 model and the AGS 100 model. They've said it's like comparable to that difference. So
also never look at IGN reviews ever.
well, I'm just saying
IGN's
like
a joke.
I'm just saying
really
like
is.
yeah they are, but I'm saying like people
Sure,
have gotten
I
their
get
hands
it.
on with it have said
Sure.
that that's the case.
I don't know.
But
Bounce
I
off
just-
the rim.
I'm tough on Nintendo in general,
Yeah.
as you all know.
yeah,
But
You and a lot of people.
I just
And
For good
rightfully
reason.
so. I mean, I'll be fair. Like
Yeah.
rightfully
I feel
so.
like Nintendo is such like the fan favorite. You know, it's just beloved
Yeah.
for reasons unknown to a certain extent, but obviously, such iconic things come from Nintendo.
Well, I've
Yeah.
been saying for
But
years,
it's
Nintendo's the best company run by morons.
but it's so like beloved like that people are so soft on them
Yeah.
that anything they do, like, oh yeah, that's cool, yeah, worthwhile, good job, guys, and it's like, this is freaking garbage. Like, go crazy for once and make something just ridiculous, and they
well, they
never
do.
do.
that's
Ever.
that's their whole thing though is they do like the
Do
Wii,
they, though?
The Wii U was a flop because they tried something so crazy and ambitious, it failed, and then they came out with the Switch.
I'm not talking like doing something revolutionary. I'm like
Yeah.
doing something of the quality that it's like, yeah, this is crazy awesome. I'd just hang with this rather
Yeah.
than the other consoles, you
Yeah.
know?
I think my biggest thing is I definitely get the criticism from Nintendo. I give them a crap too every now and then for stuff, but I think sometimes we got to focus it on the right things. Like, for example, with this Switch OLED model, like people are getting mad because it's not a Switch Pro, and it's like, well, you got to
I'd be
realize
mad
this
outside
is
of that. I
this
don't
does
care
not
about Switch
take
Pro.
away from a Switch Pro. Like, this is not like I said, Nintendo didn't promise a Switch Pro,
No.
so this isn't taking away from a development of that. So just because this model exists doesn't mean you need to get mad about it. It's just another option for people to have. And I think, the more options, the better. Now, obviously, would it be nice to have a 4K Switch Pro? Yes, it would be sweet. I think it'd be a really cool option, and that would be a worthwhile upgrade. But until we get that,
it wouldn't change any of the crap game graphics.
But
see, I don't know if because you say crap, but at the same time, I don't think
There's some bad stuff out there, man.
Okay, I mean, there's bad stuff, I will admit, but they're not going for.
I know that's not
hyper-realistic.
that's not their point of their games and stuff. I get it.
Yeah, like
but
they're not going for hyper
there's
realistic.
a point
They got their
where
own style.
you don't have to go hyper realistic, but you just
Yeah.
put a lot of effort into it once in a while. You
See,
make
yeah.
some of these games freaking cool.
yeah.
See, I think Breath of the Wild looks incredible. I love
See,
that
decent,
art style.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so
love
too.
it.
And I think also,
They all have their own aesthetic.
yeah,
you know?
I think from a Nintendo standpoint too, you got to think about like a 4K Switch for what the games that Nintendo has. They would be making a 4K Switch purely for third parties. Like they might take advantage of it, but like right now they don't need to. Like right now they're developing games that look great and run great on the system that the Switch. And so if they were going to do a 4K model, it would be strictly just to like enhance like a Doom or something like that that's really struggling on the system, but it's not Nintendo's IP.
Okay, Dan, I was blowing my nose. What did you call crap?
Nintendo's graphics.
Nintendo in general. Don't get me wrong, I like Nintendo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do
Nothing
feel-
catches me.
See, I just feel like they're
Nintendo,
getting
that
lazy. And I think
They're
that's
so
the
lazy.
issue
That's
that
a very,
I find with it.
very good adjective for them.
They're content with what they have.
And they really need to get back into that competitive market and know that they don't have any direct competition at this point. They don't consider any of the others their competition.
Right.
But they really need to. They need to get back out there and say, like, how can we take people who are playing on PlayStations and Xboxes and get them to come to Nintendo? Now, I know that's not going to be a lot of first-party games like we're saying, but shouldn't that be their goal, is to get more players onto their systems? I mean, yes, they offer something unique, but I feel like they've just gotten so lazy. They don't even try to compete. They're just like, okay, we're just going to do our own thing over here. We'll let the others do their own fighting.
Yeah.
That's so lazy. It really is. That's the only way I know how to
Completely
describe
agree.
them.
Completely agree. Lazy is a very good term for them, I think. I don't know. And they're complacent with that. They're fine with being lazy, which I think that might be one of my biggest peeves with them, is because they're okay with that. I don't know why. Like, why are you holding yourself back like that? But whatever.
But
Yeah.
I see both sides of this. I love Nintendo. My favorite
Oh,
game
yeah.
series is Legend of Zelda. I've never said anything different. I love them, but at the same time, I hate how lazy they've been.
Yeah.
I think we were discussing earlier how the Skyward Sword HD is the first 60 FPS
Yes.
Zelda game.
Yep.
Why can't they be doing better? Why can't they be doing more of that stuff?
Yeah, that one blew my mind.
Like,
Yeah.
That
you know
was
how
kind of
smooth
surprising.
some of those games could be if they just bumped it up a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Which I think, this is rumors again, but if the they throw in DLSS to the new Switch, which they are talking like that. I think Nvidia said that's something they're working on. Even
I don't know. Are they
that would be
are
impressive.
they actually going to actually implement that or not? I
See,
mean,
like, yeah,
the chip
it-
is going to be the same from what I've understood.
And this is like exactly the thing I'm
Well,
talking
I'm not
about.
talking for the OLED model. I'm
Okay.
saying I think
And,
Nvidia
like-
said for the next variation, or like just for all their console stuff in general, like they're working on something with Nintendo.
See, and like this is kind of going back to what the issue I have with the whole OLED debate is like, why does it even matter now? Like it's not out, it's not announced, so why do we speculate this stuff? That's just gonna get people's hopes down. Like that's exactly the reason why people hate on Pokemon so much nowadays, and like really have crapped on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, for instance, is because they've had this huge expectation for what a Gen 8, Gen 4 remake would look like. They want this giant wild area. They want all this stuff. But then Nintendo did kind of this, more chibi style, more kind of faithful remake, and people got mad at it. And it's like, well, a lot of people like it now. Like now that they've kind of gotten over it because, it's not what they wanted. But then they look at it and it's kind of probably better than what we've gotten.
Nostalgic.
Yes.
I prefer the old style.
Yeah, exactly. I
By
love the
far.
Yes, I do too. I love like the top down stuff. And so I just, I think we need to focus on what we have instead of what we don't. when we critique Nintendo. I think with any company we should, because if we just start getting mad at them for not doing something that we want them to do, then we can pick apart anything.
I mean, to be fair though, because the Switch came out, when was it? 2014 or 15?
17.
Was it 17?
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
God, I thought it was 15 at least.
4 years.
March 2017.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's still, yeah, that makes us even like more to the point where I don't care. Like, this is fine. The OLED model's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it's only been 4 years, that just kind of holds that point true. Like, it's not. The PlayStation 4 was 2013. They just came out with the PS5 last year. So I mean, that's 7 years.
And from a game developer's point of view, I'm not like saying that Nintendo is completely wrong. I just wish they'd be like more competitive. I wish they'd give themselves more of an edge.
Yeah.
Because as a game developer, you never make something for everyone. That's impossible. You can't do that. You have to choose your target audience, and you have to stick to it. And they're doing that. They're choosing their audience, and they're sticking to that.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they would try to build that audience a little better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's why I say they're being lazy. So they're just settling for those that they already have.
Yeah.
So
I think after 4 years, I mean, there's no need for the Switch Pro yet, because I mean, the games that they have coming out for Switch, I mean, they don't run great. I admit I'd love to see them bump it up, like, put a better chip in there or something, and just make it so they run at least a locked 60 FPS instead of because you can tell it jumps down to like 30, 40 quite a bit.
But I mean, it's the norm now.
It is, yeah.
Like,
but that doesn't mean that they're unplayable, because every once in a while, when you enter a big area, it will just dip for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then it goes back up, and it seems to be fine. I guess I don't know. I haven't played a game yet on my Switch where I'm like, this is completely unplayable.
Yeah.
I have not hit that point where I'm like, this all sucks. I can't play this. It seems fine to me, and for the games that they're making, I mean, they're doing good with what they have.
That's one of the strengths of Nintendo is they actually require that their games be thoroughly tested on their consoles before they'll release it on that console for money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Nintendo is actually one of the most strict on this.
Yeah.
And I will say they do a good job of that. All the games that you can play on a Switch, they've tested it. It's playable on that console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They generally have less to worry about too, because I don't want to say the standard is lower, but it kind of is. You don't have to worry about some of the stuff that the other crazy things going with other consoles have to worry about.
Yeah.
Which is smart in its own right.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of a letdown sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I mean, I kind of agree. I see both sides. I don't mind the OLED model. I kind of like it because it improves upon what's already out.
Yeah.
And it's realistically, they don't need the Switch Pro or like the Switch 2 or whatever. I still think they call it the Super Nintendo Switch. I think that's going to be the perfect name.
Only if they give it the proper color scheme.
Yeah,
and
if
everything
they
like that to match
exactly
the old Super Nintendo.
Exactly, but
I'll just go play.
The only thing that I can honestly say about the new OLED model that I hate with a fiery passion is the name. I think it is the laziest naming.
Wow.
It is the laziest thing. Just calling it the Nintendo Switch OLED model. That's just lazy.
Well, you can't really do
well,
anything
how
else.
we just described Nintendo a moment ago. Like, what
I
was
know.
my keyword?
I know, but that's the one thing that I hate.
See, the thing though is like, yeah, it's kind of dumb, but if you think about it, you can't really name it anything else because it's not an upgrade. It's not. You can't name it like a Switch Pro, and if
Well, no.
It's
I mean,
just
you
a
can
variation
still-
on
It's
the
probably
Switch.
in the licensing agreement.
so it's legit.
To
I mean,
have to name
it's,
it that.
Yeah,
to be
it's
honest.
it's like not a variation on the Switch. It's just kind of a different model
Here,
of the
it's a
base
screen.
Switch. So
Yeah.
you can't
You know?
really name it anything but that. I feel like, and it's not even called the OLED. It's just parentheses OLED model. Like it's called
Which
Nintendo
almost
Switch
is worse.
parentheses OLED.
Why does that almost seem worse to me? The fact that they thought hard enough about it to put it in parentheses first.
It's like going back to what I was talking about with the Game Boys. Like it's kind of like that. It's just a different.
Oh yeah.
It's a different model of a Game Boy. So.
So, yeah.
No,
So,
I don't mind it.
See,
I think for what they do, it's okay. I just wish they would do more, is my argument.
See, I agree. I think they could also. I mean, I think they could easily put more effort into stuff, but you also got to look at Nintendo. Like, do they need to? Like, Switch is one of the best-selling consoles right now. Almost everybody and their mother has one. these games are selling like crazy.
It's one of the best
It's
selling
like-
consoles of all
And
time.
one of the
isn't it?
big dangers that they have is if they change too much, the games may not be playable across the different versions, and then that could cause issues as
Yeah.
well. So
Is it
So
one of the
it's
top
like,
consoles of all time.
yeah, I think so. I think
It's
just
among them.
Yeah. So it's like, I agree with like Nintendo should put more effort in. It's like, but at the same time, like, they don't really see the need to because
Yeah.
they're already killing the game, and they, it's just for them. It's just not, and it's a lot of times right now, like the Switch Pro, like if that was a thing, going into like how hard it is to get chips now and all of that stuff. Like, I don't even think it's financially a good thing for them to do right now.
I mean, chips right now are impossible to get.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
This is it's
It's-
not Switch related, but it's the chip shortage related. I went into the Indian motorcycle dealership. I didn't realize this. It was either 2,000 or 3,000 motorcycles sitting down in Milford right now. Indian motorcycles, brand new, ready to go, but all 2,000 or 3,000 are missing the chip.
Yeah.
The whole thing's done.
Yeah. So it's
And
like,
I know there's cars like that.
Yeah.
There's like car factories are the same way. I mean, that's the same reason why there's a shortage on computer parts and there's a shortage on consoles and everything. It's the
Yeah.
fact that there's no silicon
Yeah.
to make these chips, and it's
Yep.
impossible to do this.
yeah, and so,
So
now
right
now we expect Nintendo to manufacture a
Yeah.
brand new chipset for this 4K Switch, quote unquote. It's just not in the cars right now, and I think we just got to kind
I
of.
mean, I expected that 4 years ago. That's just me, but
all right. Well, for the sake of time, we should probably keep
Yeah.
moving. Otherwise, we'll be
Okay.
here all night. So.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stick with the theme of Nintendo, which I think all four of us, we all have Nintendo topics.
Yes.
Because I've been saving this one for a few weeks. I wanted Logan's
Yes.
opinion. I wanted him to talk about it, and obviously this is his first week, so it's the first time we could talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the new Pokemon game coming out, is it Legends Arceus?
Yeah. Pokemon
Well,
Let's
oh,
Go.
that
it's
one's
that's
actually
new.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I thought you were
Legends
talking about
Arceus and then
That-
Brilliant
that's
Diamond
new.
Shiny Pearl.
So we don't really have any information about it yet,
Pearl.
Not much.
right? Like there's nothing, but we do know it's the only one announced. Like they're not having a
Yes.
Legends
because it's because it's a single player
X.
game.
It's different. Yeah.
It's not you can't do trading or anything on it.
So my whole thing is, at what point, or will Nintendo ever stop making two games and just have the one?
No.
No.
You don't think so?
No,
not
because it's part
It's
of
money.
Pokemon.
It's
Well,
money. That's
that-
what
I
would
mean, it's
say.
money, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
It's culture.
It's how
It
Pokemon
is.
is
It's
too.
culture.
It's
Mhm.
the reason for it. It's not. It's money is part of it, but the big reason why there's two
Money's most of
versions
it.
of each game is because of the aspect of Pokemon and trading. Because they
Not
put
every
ex-
Pokmon's in every game.
Yeah,
you come out
you
with
have-
the two that have
that's
certain
it
ones.
encourages
You come out
you-
with a third
yeah,
later
yeah, it
on.
encourages you to play with your friends and trade them
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And so no, there's no way they're
It's
getting rid of
culture.
that.
It's culture.
Legends Arceus is it's a brand new thing. Don't know much about it, but we do know it's like a completely single player experience.
Mhm.
There is no
there's
no online connectivity. That's been kind of talked about already.
I guess I didn't know that part.
So it's like that's a new thing. A lot of people are saying it's like the Breath of the Wild Pokemon game, like obviously because it looks like it. But yeah, so comparing that to
Doubt
like
it.
what Pokemon is now, like the two versions each.
And
yeah,
they've
I don't
had
think
games
so.
like that before. Like,
Yeah,
What is it? Was it like Dungeon or
Mystery
something?
Dungeon?
Mystery Dungeon? I don't know. There's lots of like kind of strange one-offs.
Like the
that have
spin-off
happened.
games that they have,
Mhm.
yeah.
There's been
Yeah.
a lot of those that are like
Yeah,
kind
so
of uniquely done.
They're not really
but it's
part of the
just
main
singularity,
series,
right?
but
Yeah.
they're
They do that
options.
once in a while.
yeah.
yeah, so my second, I guess, because this was going to be kind of a two-parter,
All right.
is do you think that that's kind of scummy to force
No.
people to get two different games in order to complete
No,
the Pokédex?
because that- like
the
I
whole
said-
thing is catch 'em all, right?
Yeah.
And they don't make that possible.
Well,
It's money, dude.
It's
it's-
money.
I
it's
know it's
also-
money, but
they
you-
don't
But it's
force you to.
culture.
They don't tell you have to buy both versions. They tell you to play with your friends and
This
trade.
is the people,
Yes. Yeah.
their choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is your
I
choice to buy
need
both
this.
versions.
And I don't have any friends because I'm a loser. So I need to get both games.
Yeah.
So I can trade
It's
with
like
myself.
Go back to when Pokemon first came out. Like, kids weren't like, "Oh, I have to get both versions." No. Oh, you had that one. I don't have that one in my game. We got to trade. We got to get a link
Yeah.
cable. We got to trade. That's
All
that's
those
the-
link cables.
Finding someone when
I
you're an
have
introvert
those.
way back then
They're just
and you didn't have a
closing
link
back here.
cable to
Yeah.
trade, worst thing ever.
Yeah. But it's. I mean, that's the thing. Like, no, it's not scummy because it's not. they're not. Nintendo's not sitting there. Game Freak's not sitting there and be like, oh yeah, to get all Pokemon, you have to get both versions. No, like it's the point of the game. It's encouraging trading. It's encouraging connecting with people, either online now or back in the day, just in person.
Like for me, I've reached a point where I typically find a friend. If I'm going to buy a Pokemon game, I find a friend, ask them which one they're getting, and I get the opposite one, and we trade.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I do it. It keeps me connected with friends. There.
Yeah, exactly.
And when we're playing, we can get together online. We can trade Pokemon. We can play together, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
yeah, and like if it was, now if Pokemon did something like all Pokemon are the same in each game, and it was like huge story differences between the two, yeah, I'd say that's probably an issue. That's kind of scummy because then you're getting a different experience in both, and you have to play through both to get both experiences. But no, I don't see.
I can't think of any other game series that does that.
Well, because there's no other series like it in reality. Like Pokemon is it's one of the biggest IPs in general because of how unique it is and how just huge of a thing it is.
It's easy for anyone to get into.
And
So.
really
honestly,
is.
like if it is scummy at all to do Pokemon games, some Pokemon games, I think if anything, Game Freak's kind of step back from the scumminess of stuff. Like looking at now what they do instead of doing a third version of games, they do DLC. I prefer that way more.
Yeah, I like that a lot
because
better
instead
as well.
of buying a whole nother game, playing through basically the same game again, and then getting some extra stuff at the end or like a different story,
like the Battle
you're
Frontier
getting
with Emerald.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
what, $20, and you get a whole new and sort of show you two new areas, and it's like expands upon the story instead of just retracing what you already did.
Which I actually think that it made it significantly better.
Yeah, I think
I think the DLCs in Sword and Shield
Yes.
they're significantly better than the
Yes,
base game.
I
Which
agree.
the base game's really good. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I think the DLCs are significantly better for sure.
I haven't had a chance to play through it yet, so I'll have to go home and give that a try after I finish Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
Do
so
it,
it's
man,
good.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, no, I definitely don't think it's
I've-
scummy.
I haven't. Quick question, I guess. I haven't
Yeah.
played the new Pokemon on Switch or anything.
Yeah.
So, what is the base story like? Is it
So
anything
it's
decent?
it goes back to more traditional like gym challenge stuff.
That's pretty much it. Just
So
beat all the gyms.
yeah,
go far.
it's
There's nothing, no underlying anything.
Well, I mean
there
the
is.
Gigantamax and the Dynamax and stuff like that.
There is like an underlying story with the kind of the chairman of the like Pokemon League.
No spoilers though.
Yeah, no spoilers.
spoilers.
But other than that, no. It's a pretty straightforward Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's good. I like it. I mean, it's slower. But
It is a
most
bit
of the new ones
slower.
are. Most of the new ones are.
I like
so.
the story and some of the older ones a little better, but this wasn't terrible.
That's me. I like the kind of underlying stuff that's not specifically just beat all the gyms, beat the Elite Four. You're good. You're
There-
done. You
No,
know?
Yeah,
there
there
is
is
some
an
more extra
understory
stuff.
that,
Yes, there is
being
an
woven
understory.
as you play
Yes.
through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's one of those that doesn't just like come out and say like, oh, hey, this is going to be your big story right from the get-go. You know, it's one of those things where you play through a couple gyms and you start seeing that there's this
Yeah.
conspiracy, if you will.
Yeah, I
going
really
on.
also like they do the champion very well in this game. Like he's
yeah.
not just some guy like at the end that you fight. Like he's this character you get to meet right away, and you kind of grow alongside this character. So it's pretty cool.
I feel like though that's a lot of the games where
Well,
Well, I don't know. In the first
some of
one, I
them
did
are-
not know like the champion very well throughout. I mean, yeah, you had your other one, but I don't feel like he was.
I mean, to
Like-
be fair, the reason why you didn't know him very well was more because they didn't have room for stories way back then, right? So, the argument I'm going to make with this one is because like let's say with Red and Blue, you still had like your rival, and then he ended up being the champion at the end. It's like you've been with him the entire time,
Yeah,
and so.
Well, what's the actual personality of your rival?
and like I also
Well,
think of
that's
that
the
as a
thing,
different
like-
thing.
I know they didn't have much storage for it back
Yeah.
then, but they could have outdid a little more.
I also think of that as a different thing, like because this character Leon is the name of him in Gen 8. He's already the champion, and he's been the champion for a while.
Yeah.
Like he's not
And,
just
like
he's
your
not
actual rival
Yeah.
isn't even the champion.
No, he's-
it's the champion's little brother.
Yeah, well, and then like in Gen 1, for example, like you get there, he's not even the champion up until a couple minutes before you walk in the door. Like we
Exactly.
don't even know who the original champion is, even though it's rumored to be Oak because he was programmed into the game. So yeah, fun fact: if you go to the code of the original Red and Blue, you can find a battle with Professor Oak where his team is is the highest level Pokemon you can find, and he uses the starter you don't pick. And so it's
Well, it'd be the
rumored-
one you and
So
your rival
Venusaur.
don't pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's the
so
third one.
So Venusaur.
that hurt. That one hurt.
I'm not wrong.
I mean, you're not
not
wrong.
wrong.
You're
You
absolutely
are not
not
wrong.
wrong.
That's funny.
Absolutely
so-
not.
I don't know.
But-
I like the whole like you find Lance throughout the game with the whole Team Rocket undertone and stuff like that.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yeah.
back
So
in the
that
day,
there's
yeah.
more of that in
I like
Gen
that.
8. There is more than
Yeah.
that Gen 8.
Well,
So-
that's why I'm saying, like,
I just want a little bit more story.
Yeah. There's
it's,
more.
it
Than that.
seems like it's always been, you've known the champion the entire game. For at least the ones
Well-
I've played. It seems like you've known
Periodically
them.
meet, at least, I guess. I don't know. Kind of.
Because the only thing that I can think of where like you didn't know the top end trainer from a game, and Logan will correct me, I know if I'm wrong, would be when you go and fight Red, like in Gold and Silver. Like you can go fight
In the
Red.
cave, hidden in the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
he wasn't like he's not a story character. You never met him before this point, but you kind of knew who
It's
he
kind
was
of an Easter
because
egg.
It's an Easter
well,
egg.
yeah,
It's an
that-
Easter
that's what I'm
egg.
saying. Like you kind of knew who he was outside the game, or even from past games, because it's like your character. in
Freaking
Red and Blue.
Snorlax is the worst
Yeah.
thing ever.
Good
Yeah.
freaking
But-
lord, you are correct.
But the thing about that, like going
Recover.
to looking still at the same game, right? Like the champion is Lance.
Yeah.
Like you don't see Lance at all in the whole game until you get to there. So
I don't know. You still,
You see him every once in a while.
yeah, like he's
Yeah.
there.
You
It's not
follow
like-
him. You follow the plot through the game.
He
You
shows
have
up
to,
around,
and
yeah.
he's there.
Yeah.
Kind of doing his stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You obviously don't get too much from that, but
Yeah.
it's enough to pique your curiosity and keep you going.
yeah.
And I like that little bit. I like I'm obviously a story-driven kind of guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that adds a
Yeah.
bunch to the game.
Yeah. No, I would say if you like this, if Gen 8's got that.
I thought it was
might
actually
try
a pretty
it.
well done story overall. It wasn't in your face, but it was enough to keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still talking Sword and Shield, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
okay.
Gen 8.
Yeah, I didn't know what gen it was.
It's all right. We know.
I really kind of liked that game though, and I just wrote down a topic for a future thing: worst characters in video games, because I think Hop is the worst character of all time.
You never
You
played
cannot
Gen
change
7.
my mind, but see, and that's what I've been told by Zach quite a bit.
Hal was worse.
That's what Zach says as
I haven't
well.
played either
but-
of them, so okay.
Yeah,
can't
that's a
I've not
topic
played
for a
Gen
different day.
7 either, so.
Topic for a different day for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think we just kind of totally branched way off of what the original topic was, but that's fine. See, I can't think of any other games though where they have two.
Yeah.
You know, like in Call of Duty, you're not like, oh, this gun is only available if you get Black Ops,
Yeah.
whatever, and if you get
Did Fire Emblem ever come out with doubles?
Yes.
Yes,
Fire
they
Emblem-
did.
Oh,
Yep,
they
did they?
Fire
came
Emblem.
out with
Birthright and
Birthright and Conquest.
Conquest. Yeah.
Hey, I got you.
okay. I mean,
And
I've
they
never
had two
played Fire
different
Emblem,
stories, and then you could
Yep.
do DLC, which would actually bring them together.
Yep.
but then at that point,
There
can
you
you
go.
argue it's two
So-
different games if it's two different stories?
Well, if you played through both the different stories, you actually got a different third ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with the Oracle games.
Oh, that's actually true.
The-
The Legend of Zelda: Scroll of
Yep.
Ages and Oracle of Seasons.
See, never played them.
Yep.
And if you play through one, you get a code at the end. You can then input the other one and get a different ending.
Yep.
See, I don't think that's two separate.
They're different
Yeah.
stories,
They're different stories.
but they're part of the same game series. They're supposed to be a trilogy originally.
One's focused on combat, the other's focused on puzzles.
Ooh.
So
Really good. I actually recommend them if you ever get a chance to play them.
yeah,
I'm really hoping that they release a version where they kind of come out as like a 2-pack
like
and
they're
redone.
doing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd really enjoy
in like
that.
the Link's Awakening style.
Mhm.
That'd be
There's
cool.
there's a lot of games I want to see them like remake and come out with, but that
When
could be
I
another
know
one.
it.
But I really want to know what that third game was supposed to be like.
Yes.
I'd really like to see what that was
Would it
supposed
just
to
be a mixture of the two then? You think?
See, I don't know. I have.
It was gonna be, because it's supposed to be the three goddesses. It was like this. It was like the trio. So I think it was Courage was the one they didn't do.
That got cut, yeah.
So I don't know what they would have done with that.
I'm just watching what Tim's drawing over there. He's putting sticky notes on the desk.
Yeah.
I have checked out the whole time you guys have been talking about Nintendo, so I have
I
two
know.
things going over
I know,
here.
I keep like looking
You're all
over
good,
at you.
man.
It makes me laugh.
So far, I have the illustration of this episode, and then if Jordan was a Pokemon.
Jordan was a Pokemon.
Snorlax?
Yeah, I was gonna say just Snorlax.
I'll just go through the characteristics. Huge type, it's new. Beard, hat, all black clothing, but the tie-dye is the shiny version.
I was gonna say, what's today?
you go.
Bowling ball-like head. And carrying wings and blue cheese. There you go.
Is there a drawing of
Yeah,
said
here,
Pokemon?
I'll give it to Dan. He can critique it.
Oh, that's funny. Looks like
Why
I think your roar is like a dumb pun.
no. His cry is. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
It's
You wanna
a
hold
wild
this up to
Jordan.
the
has-
camera?
No. And his main attack is bad pun because it does psych damage.
And
don't
then
know if
here's the
focus.
illustration of today's episode with a question.
All right. Well, should we go?
Yeah, we can move
Should we
on
go to the
logos
last
now.
topic? Okay.
Let's do it to it.
So sticking on Nintendo,
Oh, I was trying to get a picture of this.
I wanted to bring up what everybody thought. Oh, first off, let me get some context. So, great Nintendo game, Super Smash Brothers brings all of the mainstays of Nintendo and a lot of other reps to one fighting game. Super great. But we just recently got the latest character, Kazuya, and now we have one more DLC
Tekken,
character.
right?
Yes, from Tekken. So we have one more DLC character left, and that's the last one for the game. So my question is, what is everybody's predictions for the last character?
Just be someone with a unique fighting style, please.
Yes.
Please.
Should I
It's
go
getting so
way out of
stale
left
with
field?
sword and fighter. That's about it, right?
Mhm.
Should
I
we take
think
this
so,
just
yes.
way out of left field? Because I have an idea.
Yes.
But-
Go for it.
Master Chief.
That'd be really cool.
That is one
Because
that
they are
people want.
working with Microsoft. I mean, to get Banjo, I know that was obviously, a Nintendo IP at first, so they.
That'd be a sick character. Not gonna
But
lie.
I'm just gonna go out there and say it. They're gonna put Master Chief in. I'm calling
I
it
th-
right now.
I think
What's
it's
the date
possible.
today? So if it happens, I can say I'm right. It is
July
nineteenth.
July 19th, 2021.
Do they have any working relationship with Disney or Pixar?
No.
I want Baymax.
Although I will say a big character. This is not my prediction, but I know a big character everybody wants is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Even though
They've been wanting that a long time, and it's
Even
just
though-
another
it's another sword fighter.
It's just another sword fighter.
My vote is Baymax.
Baymax. All right.
He won't try to hurt you at all unless you put in the red death chip, but
Yeah.
he,
so
he just absorbs damage.
so my prediction is, I really honestly, I don't have one that I want. I think pretty much every character I like is in the game. I think the last character that I really wanted was Sephiroth, just because I wanted another villain, and I just recently played through Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, this would be dope.
You're
character.
Tell me that doesn't sound like a name of a
You're welcome.
Pokemon.
So
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth, his addition was really dope, but I really I can't think of anyone I really need. Like, I can't think of a character that's, he's got to be in Smash. But I think one that has a lot of people like that is Crash Bandicoot.
That'd be an interesting playstyle.
I think Crash
so.
That'd be
Bandicoot.
interesting.
I think Crash Bandicoot is one that a lot of people want.
Yep,
He would be
I agree.
very unique. He would not be a sword fighter, another Fire Emblem character, whatever. I think you can give him a lot of diverse movesets, make him just his own character.
Yeah.
So that's
or
mine.
even on the same lines like a Spyro.
Yes,
That's actually what I was
that's
gonna
Spyro.
guess.
Spyro would
Spyro
be
would
really,
be really
really
cool.
cool.
Yes.
That was actually gonna be one I was gonna mention.
Yeah.
But
So,
Spyro would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a really nice one as well. I do agree.
That adds for so much excitement, like in
Mhm.
gameplay, when there's a unique character that's just got a weird set of skills and stuff.
Yeah.
mhm.
Instead of the same,
That's what I really love
punch
about.
slash crap that is all
Yeah,
over.
that's what I really love about Kazuya, the newest character from Tekken. Like, they did such a great job of incorporating Tekken into Smash.
Mhm.
Like his jab combo, where you just press A, is legitimately a legit combo from Tekken. And so you like push him down the stage,
Yep.
and you do like 40% damage. And it's just really cool how they've incorporated the kind of mechanics of Tekken into
Thank you,
Smash.
Kaiser.
Mhm.
And they've done that with a few other characters, like I'm trying to think. Pretty much all the DLC characters they've done that
I think
for.
you dropped a piece of that.
They've
They have to.
Steve from
Yeah.
Minecraft was
See,
a
that
great
was a
one.
really cool.
That was really
That
cool
was really
how they
cool.
did him.
Mhm.
They like they pretty much redid a lot of like every stage so they can incorporate the like mining aspect.
Mhm.
Waluigi, but with a gun.
No, don't feed the memes.
Yeah. But no, I agree. I think Spyro would be really
Spyro
cool.
would be really cool.
That was actually what I was going to answer with.
That seems
but-
more realistic than Master Chief. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Right.
think
Or what? Doomslayer.
Doomslayer, yeah.
Yeah, that's
that'd be
another
fun.
one people are like, oh, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know. Is Doom on Switch now?
Yeah, Doom
Yeah,
Eternal.
So
Yeah.
it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Do they have anything from The Witcher in there yet? Because they did just bring The Witcher over.
The Switcher.
Oh yeah, they have The Witcher 3. They've
I
had
was
that.
gonna say they could try to
Like-
bring Geralt in.
Yeah.
That's cool and all, but once again, that's just another
That's
sword
sword
fighter.
fighter.
I know. I'm just saying.
That would
like,
play. I feel like
I
he'd
don't
play.
want it, but it's very possible because he's such a popular character.
He'd probably play like hero. I'd imagine.
To an extent.
To an-
I'd
not like
much
maybe
He's
not
prefer
got
to see
lots of
Spyro, though.
lots of little things that they could incorporate into like his
signs.
signs and his
potions.
potions and you know poisons and all that stuff that are
Yeah.
you could do a lot of cool stuff with it. But once again, I want
It's-
more than a sword fighter.
Yeah.
Agreed, and that's
So-
why I think
Spyro
Spyro
would
is
be
really
really
my
cool.
guess.
I really do
or my
too,
hope.
and I love how everybody says that, right? But then the last one they announced when they did the Mii Fighter costumes, they announced Dante from Devil May Cry, and everybody's like, "No, that's the character I wanted." I'm like, "He's just another sword fighter."
I don't want Dante.
Like he's
I
literally
don't
just
either.
another sword fighter. Like
See,
why would you want Dante?
I don't play Smash, so I mean, I really don't have an opinion, I guess, too much, other than I'm just gonna predict Master Chief because
think-
why not?
It's a solid one. I just don't.
It'd be cool.
I don't
Throwing
see.
plasma grenades and sticking people.
Yeah. I just don't
Heck
see
yes.
Master Chief in Smash. But then again, I didn't see Steve in Smash. That's the beauty of Smash as a game, right? Is like
Right.
you never know, you know. Like I remember back way before Steve came out, and Trevor's like, "Oh, we got to get Steve in Smash." And it was like a big meme, right? Well, then it happened, and I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work." And then I watched the presentation, and I'm like, "This is so cool!" Like they're not only are they putting Steve in Smash, but they actually care enough to like really put a lot of depth in this character. His playstyle is so unique. They really kind of play into like what Minecraft is, and it's super cool. And they've done
They're
that.
good at
with
doing that with just about every character.
Yeah, they've done that with
Mhm.
every character. They don't just.
Like-
And that's what I think. Why Smash is such a great game.
You can put Duck Hunt in
Yes.
Smash. You can put
Mhm.
anything in Smash.
Yeah,
Agreed.
exactly. And it's just they
Duck
don't.
Hunt has a gun.
That's true. But
Twitch chat right now is just with a gun.
I know.
This
I'm,
with a
I'm
gun.
ignoring
This with
you.
a gun.
yeah, but it's just cool like how Sakurai. It's not just a fighting game where it's like, oh, this character punches and kicks. Let's just put basic combos in. No,
Mhm.
it's he plays off of what the character
Sure.
is, and I love that. So, Dan, what's your guess? Did you give a guess?
I said Spyro.
Yeah,
Spyro, that's right.
and that's what Weston
you said
was
Spyro.
gonna say.
I thought Spyro, but then I just added on Geralt just to do something different as well.
Or-
because
or
of the
Doom
switcher.
Slayer or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, but
I
would say
prefer
Spyro.
Yeah, I think Spyro would be. I think honestly, I think the top most realistic ones are Spyro and Crash.
That
So,
makes sense.
And either of them would be fun to play
Yeah.
with.
Yeah,
So-
I think it'd be funny if. I know this won't happen, but if they do Crash, his final smash is, the guy in the Crash suit yelling outside of Nintendo with the microphone. Have you seen those commercials where it's like the guy in the Crash suit and he's like standing outside Nintendo yelling at him? That's got to be his final smash.
I just want him to be able to do his little dance.
Yeah.
That was in game. You know. That'd be fun.
I feel like someone needs to make a GIF of Dan just doing that quick turnaround.
Yes.
I think we voted at least on chat that whoever it is needs a gun.
A coconut gun. Diddy Kong has it.
There you go.
No, he has a peanut gun.
That's peanuts.
Donkey
whatever.
Kong has the coconut gun. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
I don't think they need more guns.
You can
That's
never
fine.
have too many
Necessarily.
guns, Weston.
Okay.
You
Just
can
like I think they
never.
don't need that many more swords. And that you're not gonna hear that from me
Yeah.
very often.
Yeah, they like. There's no need. I will say I don't want it, but I would love to see the reaction if it's another Fire Emblem character. Like just the
People
crap.
with so
no.
much
The-
hate.
Yes, the
Please
hate
no.
they would. Because I remember when Byleth came out, because he was the last one for the first
Yeah,
pack,
Byleth.
and everybody freaked out that it was another Fire
There
Emblem
was
character.
no choice not to put Byleth.
Although I will say Byleth is probably
that
one
one
of the most.
came from higher ups above Sakurai.
Yeah, and I do say Byleth is probably one of the more unique Fire Emblem characters. He's not just a sword character. Like he's
Just
got.
because of the weapons.
Yeah, he's got a cool like concept of the weapons. I love his like grab that with the whip and he spikes down. Like that's a cool move. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see who it is. I'm not sure if we'll get it this year or not. But I don't know. It's totally up in the air. Like we can get anybody at this point,
Mhm.
which is really cool. That's just the beauty of Smash, in my opinion. Like it's just it could be anybody. So
Like, yeah. I don't know. I'd love to see more Final Fantasy characters, even though they're all sword characters. Just because I love
Yeah.
it. Like, what if, like, Chocobo was one?
Chocobo.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, Chocobo.
Chocobo.
Oh, Chocobo.
What did you think I said?
Chocoho.
No.
No.
Why?
No, Jordan.
Why?
Like, that would be an interesting...
No, that would be cool.
You can
I
have
see it.
teammates to, like, ride you, and you're like, that'd
I
be
thought we
cool.
were still talking about
That
Jordan.
would, that would,
Chocobo would be really
so
cool.
too.
You know,
But...
No,
like,
that'd
you
be
can see some
cool.
of the others, like, if you got in, I don't know, like Red from Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
That'd be an
oh
interesting
yeah.
one.
But they have 2 7 characters already.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would happen.
I doubt it, but that'd
They
be
could do,
different
like,
in
The
how
only
he
thing,
fights.
maybe Yuffie, since whatever that new part is coming out.
Intergrade or whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
Intergrade.
I think.
And she's not a sword fighter. She throws like a huge
What-
shuriken thing. So
Do you think there's any like main protagonists that would be able to? I
I
like.
don't know.
Obviously, I'm playing Final Fantasy 8 right now,
Squall.
so Squall would be sweet, but I think he would be just
Gunblade.
kind of another
Yeah.
sword
Um,
character.
Yeah, most of, especially main characters, are going to be sword fighters.
They're all pretty much sword
I think,
fighters.
Noctis could have some cool, like abilities and stuff.
You know,
'cause,
if
like,
we
he
went
got, like,
There's
back
lots
to,
of weapons, but they're mostly
4,
swords.
Yeah,
you get
that's true.
Cecil, who used a spear as a dragoon,
Yeah.
but even then, that's still just a
A
pointy
bladed
object.
weapon.
I think it
so.
would be cool to see like, yeah, that'd be cool, like a chocobo or something like that.
Chocobo would be like it's a creature, you
Oh,
know?
a Tonberry.
Tonberry.
Tonberry for Smash.
You, like it's a Pokeball. You throw it a Pokemon, a Tonberry shows up. Stabs once. Or like a
Oh, it doesn't show
Cactuar.
up.
Like that'd be a sweet
Sweet.
character.
That would be
Like
cool.
Thousand Needles is like their
Yeah, that would be cool.
something just random and weird like that.
Please, if we do the Tomberry, can we have it so that he just kind of like slowly walks towards
Like,
everybody?
like Final
got
Fantasy
his
7
lantern.
remake. I love that fight when when he's just like fighting him and he's walking really slow and then he like freezes you and like stabs you and you're dead.
Yep.
You haven't fought Tonberries in 8 yet.
Yeah.
8? No, I haven't.
Have
It's-
fun.
Have fun.
Oh, gosh.
Man, have fun.
And just know that you gotta kill like 30 of them
Only 30?
if you want to get Tonberry King to show up.
Okay.
I'll leave it there though. I don't want to spoil too much.
They said Tom Barry, which made
Tom
me think
Barry.
of football players, which makes me think of Bo Jackson from Tecmo Bowl.
Bo Jackson!
That should be the new character.
That
He
would
just
actually-
runs everywhere.
That would actually be funny. It's just
He just runs people over.
he's the fastest character in the
That's
game.
not a bad. I see Lara Croft actually.
Oh,
show up.
yeah.
That's actually not a bad
It's
idea.
not a bad one.
That would be cool.
What pickaxe, bow,
Guns.
guns here and
Bo
there.
Jackson.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Follows the gun theme, but yeah, that's not a bad one.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
That's really not a bad one.
Anything? I'm trying to think of
They have to
anyone
go to
else.
Sony for that, but
Yeah. Spider-Man. Kratos. Oh, Kratos might.
I wasn't ready for that one.
you got
Be
blades.
smashing.
Yeah, that's
Smash
true.
just blades.
That's true.
He just yells "boy" the whole time.
PK wins with Nigel Thornberry.
That's a good one.
That's gonna be in the other Nickelodeon thing.
Super
Yeah.
smashing, bros.
They could do a crossover between the two. Well, yeah,
I don't
actually
know,
isn't.
man. I
There's Nickelodeon's getting this
The Brawl
Smash
or whatever
it's
it
I
called-
did see that.
also-
Yeah,
and
like
Nigel Thornberry's in it.
Yeah.
I don't
He's a
know how
character.
they're not getting copyright from that.
At this point, I don't care. I think it's gonna be hilarious.
I think it's too
to play.
generic. But no, I think it'd be. There's a lot of cool options.
Mm-hmm.
Super smash.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm excited.
We'll see.
I love how Smash's reveals have kind of become this event, right? Like everybody looks forward to
It's
it,
such a big audience.
and it's like, I love going back and watching the
Reactions.
the reactions, like
I
the
do that
ones at the
too.
Nintendo World Store in New York, where they're like just cheering, jumping up. I love watching those. They're so fun. Like when Sans was revealed as a skin,
Mhm.
and everybody's freaking out because the meme was real. It's like that's so cool.
Or
to see.
the Persona one.
Yes,
or
that was a
Sephiroth.
crazy one.
Those were really.
I
Because you
re-
never
Mhm.
saw the Persona
No,
one
the
coming.
Persona, because everybody was like, "Oh, it's a
Oh, it's
dancing
another
game.
Persona game.
It's like a
what the
dancing
heck?
game." And then it
The
goes
card flips.
Card flips. It's a Smash invitation.
That
Everyone's
was
like,
really good.
"What?"
I love reaction videos. but
Yeah, but
The Sephiroth one was cool.
Now,
too.
did they
Yeah.
just announce one for the E3 thing? The direct that they had?
yeah, that was Kazuya. So Kazuya
Okay.
was.
Tekken.
and
So
they
that
did
would
one.
be someone I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So I'm trying to think. Is there any other fighting game reps they don't have? Because they have
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. So we could see like a Scorpion or Sub-Zero, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know if they put a scorpion because a lot of people are scared of bugs.
Marvel v. Capcom.
Marvel we can.
Is a scorpion a bug?
But
Then you could put.
I don't think Beautiful Joe or something.
Definitely not a
Something
mammal.
weird, but I don't think that would happen.
No.
Absolutely
bird.
not,
That would-
actually.
Drone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I don't know if Sub-Zero or I feel like they would probably do their Sub-Zero, Scorpion, or like Raiden. But if they did a Mortal Kombat rep. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't put a Mortal Kombat.
I'm trying to think.
character in.
Yeah. I don't
I
think
don't
there's
know,
really any
there's
fighting. They have a lot of fighting game reps
Blaze
now.
Blue and stuff like that, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
So,
Nothing that I think they'd grab too much.
yeah, they got Capcom reps for like Street Fighter. They're like Ryu and Ken. They got
Mhm.
Virtual
That's
Fighter.
the big one. Tekken was the one that they were missing, so.
Yeah, Terry.
Mhm.
Now they had him, and then now they got Kazuya. So
Kazuya. Yeah. Kazuya, roll call.
man,
Logan's like, I hate you, Jordan.
but
Yeah.
Wow, Dan. You're supposed to defend me.
Got a note for you, Jordan.
It's in my arm.
Good.
but
Do I want to know?
Yes.
so do we think that this is like the last Smash?
It's the ultimate with everyone ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
New character?
No.
I think.
You don't.
PK did suggest herself, but with a gun.
Emus with a gun.
Emus,
I didn't say anything.
the great emu.
Man,
war.
that
You
would
spelt
take
it-
over the world,
You
dude.
spelt it wrong, too.
At least
by
a
the way.
continent.
Yeah, let's say that's not how you spell emus.
How do you spell it?
There's 2 M's.
Oh,
Is
I ran
there?
out of space.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I didn't know that either. So
PK, I didn't say anything this time. Just so you know.
I like this
excuse you.
G.I. Joe Snake
Excuse
Eyes.
you?
Did you see that one?
That probably looked
Oh,
amazing
yeah.
on stream.
Snake Eyes.
Excuse
Once
you.
again,
hold on.
Sword
Swords.
Fighter.
You are the
swords
origin
and
of
guns.
this.
I don't
Swords
know.
and guns.
I think Crash is probably the number one.
Crash, yeah.
I would like to see Spyro.
Yeah.
Master Chief.
Master Chief would be
It-
cool too. though.
although, if it's Crash, we can finally settle, like, because they got the 3 now, like, Crash, Mario, and Sonic, and have them all fight. That'd be sweet.
Jeez. I was gonna hit that back at you, Weston. This could hurt.
Emu is 2 M's, isn't it?
I think it's one.
Is
I
it
thought it
one?
was just one.
I don't
thought it
know.
was 2.
I thought it was
Maybe not.
one.
Maybe it's 1. Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like it was two.
All I
It'd be
know is
Emu.
they
lost.
destroyed Australia.
Yeah, it's
so,
twice, right?
yeah. And PK can't run them over.
So they're 2-0 against Australia and
My bad.
PK's car.
Basically.
Yeah. So they're 3-0. Next, it's Emus versus Floyd Money Mayweather.
4-0 versus 50-0.
You know.
PK goes, Daniel, listen, shut up.
My bad.
Wait, that's multitasking. That's tough. Listening and shutting up.
Shut up. Shut your mouth when you're talking.
I'm just
to me.
trying to help you guys out down there. Seems like you need help.
Now, are emus drones too? Because are they?
That's a good
birds?
question.
Great
If they are, they're like crazy military weapons.
They're the
Yeah.
tanks.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I think we should probably end it before we get too off track here. So this has been.
We're getting yelled at. We should leave.
Yeah,
We should escape while we have a chance.
it's very emusing. This
Oh.
conversation.
This has been episode Nintendo of
No.
Uncalled For, and after that pun, it might be Logan's last.
Oh dang! It was worth it.
So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch, which we stream here every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. I do know in 2 weeks we've been talking about this. The show will not be live, but it will be streamed. So, because I'm gonna be in California, so we're gonna record one basically that we can just play as a video for you guys, so that way you won't miss it. Basically, so basically, guys, that's the situation. In 2 weeks, it won't be
Kill it with fire.
like actually live, but you know we'll still be here, so you're not gonna miss anything.
Well done, sir.
So, anyways,
Cut it off.
just
Killed that bot.
just be gone. I took care of it. Don't worry. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you right back here next Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Adios, peeps.
Bye-bye.
Adios.